Yes, there is a new man who is going to head the largest bank in the country. State Bank of India has a new chairman, Challa Setty. Mr. Setty, thank you very much for your time. But give me a minute to tell our viewers that Mr. Setty is a veteran. 36 years he has been in State Bank itself, and he's one of those, perhaps the only one, who has an agricultural graduation degree before he joined, and of course has spent a lot of time in corporate credit. Last few years, he has been actually in charge of the digital operations as well. So clearly, the man who has been tailored for the job. Mr. Setty, thank you very much again for your time.
Thank you, Latha, and thanks for the intro.
Okay, well, first up, it's such a big job. What are your first thoughts when such a large responsibility lands on you?
It's definitely a big job. I think it's more of a humbling experience that, somebody's trusting you to carry such a large institution. It is not only one institution, it's a conglomerate, as you know, that, they're everywhere.
Yes.
I'm very thankful to all the stakeholders, particularly the Government of India, to repose faith in me. And I see that it's more of a greater responsibility. Yeah. Responsibility both to the institution as well as to the country. We are the proxy to the economy.
Absolutely.
And obviously, I think it's a great humbling experience.
Yes, I think nearly a 40 lakh crore deposit base would make you as large as the Indian budget. So it's no laughing matter. But let me start over there. Deposits is the place where banks are now, kind of racing against one another. Do you think this is going to push up costs even more? Are we at the peak of the deposit rate, or is the war still on?
I think the war is a very strong word to be used, I suppose.
The competition for deposits.
The competition is definitely there. The pent-up demand for credit. Obviously, we have had an excellent run on the deposits, not in the other sense.
I got it.
We had good growth of deposits during the COVID period, right? I think most of the times we compare that growth with the current growth rate, number one. Number two, on the contrary, credit growth was lower in those periods, and now, of course, the credit growth is picked up. So the disparity is there, and this is not the first time that we are having this disparity. Earlier also it was there. What I visualize, or I'm able to see that everybody is thinking that there would be some, monetary movement of interest rates.
Yes.
If you see, much of the concentration of the deposit is happening in the 1 to 3 years buckets, which means the banks are also looking at just tweaking the rates within these buckets.
Yes.
In order to prevent, long-term locking up of the interest rates.
That's right.
So I don't see that the huge rate war is going to happen. The competition will be in a different manner in terms of surveys, in terms of the leveraging the branch network and reaching out to the customers, and also maybe within this 1 to 3 year bucket, what is that you going to do?
No, all this is even before the new LCR rules have come. Once the liquidity cover for what they call unstable deposits increases to 15%, then do you think deposit FD rates will go even higher?
No, I think LCR is too early to talk about. Okay. I think we have been taking this stand that is only a discussion paper. Okay. Let us see. I think this discussion paper has several elements. It's in terms of the HQLA modifications. It's in terms of the runoff factors on various deposit categories. So we are engaged with the regulator.
But it is a draft regulation.
It's open for discussion.
Yes.
And I'm sure the regulator would definitely take opinion from all the stakeholders.
Okay.
I think let us not front run on that. I think we still have some time on that.
All right, let me come to the loan side and then ask you about margins. On the asset side, the problem is with unsecured loans. The Reserve Bank has already raised risk weights to cool it down. And we can see it, even your credit cost went up by about 10 basis points, if I'm not mistaken. I think even more, it went up by about 15 basis points. Do you think that there is more to come in terms of credit cost because personal loans, unsecured loans can get, can go delinquent?
No, I think the concerns of the regulator on unsecured lending is highly justified. As we keep saying that, there are unsecured loans and there are unsecured loans of SBI. And the uptick in the slippages, what we have witnessed in the last quarter, is seasonal in nature.
Okay.
And one thing is, because the asset quality of retail unsecured personal loan in SBI is gold standard, people do not want to tolerate even 5 basis point, 10 basis point slippages increase. I think
express loan category showed
obviously, that is the only unsecured portfolio we have. All of the rest of the portfolio, except barring a few pension loans, much of that personal segment is, home loan is a very largest, large portfolio what we have. So I'm not really concerned about this.
You don't think, credit cost can go, like above 50 basis or something?
No, it may go up a little, but I don't think it's a matter of concern, either on the asset quality or on the slippages or on the credit costs.
Okay. No, but personal loans are also the ones that you get more money. It's a high yield.
No, obviously. I think we will continue to focus on that. And our unsecured personal loan is essentially to the salaried class. Okay. Even if there are slippages, there could be temporary slippages, some salary get delayed or something. But otherwise, I think there's no great concern.
I'll tell you the concern of the investor. Your cost of money could go up because, as you say, in the 1 to 3 year bucket, the deposit competition is very hot and doesn't show signs of flagging just yet.
No, but
and the cost of personal loans, you cannot lend too much because it is already showing signs of overheating. So will your margins be under threat? Your 3.2 is deliverable, you think?
3.35 is something
the last number.
Broadly it will remain there.
Okay.
See, if you see our credit growth has been secular across the segments.
Yes.
It's not that it's come from retail personal loan at all.
No.
It has come from agriculture, it comes from MSME, it has come from corporate. I think if our product portfolio is so diversified, even if one product is not doing all that well, or we want to go slow for any reason, I think we are able to make up. Okay. And we have had double-digit growth across the segments. And I'm sure, I think that will continue. Okay. So the compensation which will happen in terms of losing somewhere is always there with us.
Okay. Okay, let me zoom out. Not the micro questions. I will ask those questions when you come with your results. As you look forward to your term, what do you see as the big challenge?
I think the biggest challenge is that how do we align such a large organization like SBI to the interest of the larger national interest. I think, in a way, I think it may sound a little cliche, but we have
you grow in the nation
23%. If we consider that this is India's decade, it is also going to be SBI's decade.
Okay. So will you be concentrating on corporate? What will be your areas of focus, your top 1 or 2 or 3 areas of maximum attention?
I think the advantage of being a chairman of SBI is that I have too many things to choose from.
Okay.
I think we have the ability to fine-tune our approach as we go forward. You have seen, Latha, over the years, when corporate was not doing well, we have significantly did very well in retail.
Okay.
And if we think that we have reached something, a plateau in the retail, we have the ability to increase the corporate book.
But is there demand in corporate?
There is corporate demand. I think we have, in terms of the pending pipeline, is a very large pipeline is available, and I'm sure we will continue to grow in the same level of corporate.
Okay. What about digital? That was your last responsibility. What are you already experimenting with artificial intelligence? Can you tell us what you are looking forward to in the digital
Thanks
space?
for asking that question. I think a couple of things what we are doing in SBI on the artificial intelligence side is that, we've been doing for quite some time. We probably one of the larger banks which have introduced AI-based lending models, even before digital lending models were being talked about.
Okay.
And we do a significant number of loans under the AI/ML-based lending models. But our approach to the AI is the enterprise level AI. I think today, and also probably we are one of the first major banks to come out with ethical AI and responsible AI.
Okay.
We said that what Governor talked about, model biases and all, are something what we already have in place in terms of AI, and we definitely will be using both Gen AI as well as AI, both for fraud risk management, digital lending, acquisition of customers across the enterprise.
Already underway, or you are?
We already are doing it. Like our proactive risk management processes are completely moving towards AIML. Our KYC AML, anti-money laundering, is also based on AIML.
Okay. Permit me the luxury of one news-based question. What are your plans about Yes Bank? Are you looking for a buyer? Is there any deadline, any milestone we have to look at?
No, I think media knows better than us anyway. I think if anything is there, we will definitely at the appropriate time will disclose to the market, disclose to the media.
Okay.
I don't think anything is worth disclosing at this moment.
Okay. And finally, the markets are, you are a good luck charm for the markets. All-time highs yet again today on the Nifty. So would you be tapping the markets simply because they are willing to give?
We have the enabler by the board. We need to look at the right and appropriate time. I think this question was being asked when our share price was 180 rupees also.
Yes.
So not that we are, nobody can time the market. We're not trying to time the market, but I think we'll
But this is a sweet time, you will have to say.
It's definitely a good time to go.
Okay.
But
So
we don't have any timeline at this stage.
Okay. Mr. Setty, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and from all your viewers and investors, all the very best for your entire term.
Thank you, Latha. Thank you very much.
Well, that's the word from the big man from SBI. We will, of course, hear more from him in the months and years to come. Back to you in the studio.